Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Okay, today I'm talking about a very important message. So I did this video, and what's funny is when I first recorded this video, I had COVID. I was sitting in the COVID line and I looked so sick. Like, if I were to post it, y'all would be like, y'all would have thought y'all got COVID through the camera. So I'm like, I'm just gonna redo it. I'm doing better now. I'm negative, right? That's what's important. So I'm gonna shoot the video over again today. So today I'm gonna be talking about how God is there in your storms. But let me go ahead and paint the scene. But before I paint the scene, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Hit that bell, so if I post a video, you can be the first one to see it. Alright, it's cold outside. Like, it's like 30 outside, and in Texas, you know, we freak out when it gets cold. We do not leave the house. We just go into hibernation. The cold will have you locked in your house in Texas more than the virus. Trust me. Trust me. So, all right, I go to something called BSF, and on this particular day I was going to BSF, and I knew it was gonna rain later on that day. So when it rains, I get bad anxiety. If I know that it's gonna rain tomorrow, I'm gonna spend a lot of today thinking about what I'm gonna wear tomorrow, all the places I have to go, thinking about every single way I can stay home and like decommit to wherever I'm supposed to be. So I went to BSF. BSF is Bible Study Fellowship. I went there, my mom and I, we did Bible study, and then I brought her home, right? So after that, I had to go to school. This is when I was in college a few years ago. I had to go to school. I get on the highway, and as soon as I get on the highway, it's pouring. You know, when it's pouring so hard, the sky is white, the rain is like, you know, rain is like clear, so everything around you is white. I can't see anything. I could not see what was in front of me. I could not see the lines in the road, which scares me the most, is when I do not know if I'm in my lane or in the next lane, right? So I could not see, and I was like, Lord, you know, in BSF we've been talking about trusting you. So I guess it's my chance to prove it that I trust you. So God put me in the middle of a storm. Had to drive through the storm to get to school, and I was halfway to school, and I probably had about 3 or 4 more exits to go before the exit from my school. So I look up, and there's this blue, like neon blue truck in front of me. He had his hazard lights flashing. He had his hazard lights flashing. Thank the Lord that he did, because the rest of my way to school, I rolled literally a few feet behind the truck where I just knew I wouldn't hit him, but close enough where I could see him throughout the storm. That time, you know, God was really just showing me, hey, trust me. In the middle of your storm, it might not look like you can see anything. There might not be a way out, but I will give you a life raft. When you were in the water and you were flailing around, you were finna drown, I'm gonna throw you a vest. I'm gonna throw you a rope. I'm gonna throw you a line to save you. And God did that to me that day. He's done it so many times since. But he's just like, princess, trust me. I control it all. If you would have left your house 5 seconds later, maybe that truck wouldn't have been there, right? Maybe God would have sent me another truck, another car to follow. But all things work in his timing, and he will be your protection in a storm. While I was driving through the crazy storm, all I could do was quote Psalms 23. And I wasn't quoting the whole thing, but it was, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And I just kept saying that. I will fear no evil. I will fear no evil. I will fear no evil. Your rod and your staff, that they comfort me. And I'm like I gotta prove that I trust God, because right now I don't know what to do, and I don't want to die. And in the middle of the storm, sometimes we have a tendency to freak out. Mind you, when I'm driving in inclement weather, your visibility is limited, right? You can only see literally like what's right in front of you. You can't see further down the road, but God can. But also, what's the point in freaking out? What's the point of me sitting in my car crying because I'm scared, when that's gonna make my vision even worse than what it already is? Trust God. Give it to him. Don't be scared. Trust him. That's literally the whole point, is to trust God no matter what you're going through. He will provide for you. He will make a way. He is omniscient, omnipotent. He knows all. He knows all. He controls all. And he is everywhere. And he's right there, right next to you, riding passenger while I'm driving crazy, riding passenger through everything. Okay? Call on him. Call on him. Talk to him. Quote your scripture to him. But God will show up, and God will provide and protect. One thing I will say is, you know, I can say I trust God, I trust God, I trust God. But when the storm comes, are your actions showing that you actually trust him? Are your actions showing, I know that he has everything under control, that I'm gonna be straight regardless? Are your actions showing that? Mine weren't that day. I had to end up trusting him. I had to just like let go of the reins and be like, all right, because it ain't no way I'm getting to school. It's either, you know, the worst could possibly happen. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. So I had to trust God. God has to put you in the storm to prove that you trust him, right? You could say you could do something all day, but unless you actually have a chance to prove you can do it, then can you do it? So he's gonna give you opportunities where you have to prove that you trust him. Then it's gonna happen over and over again till you get it, right? And I'm gonna have to drive in the rain again, unfortunately, right? But this time, I know I can trust him. Pray, talk to God, trust him. He is in control, and he is sovereign over all. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you comment what you think about trusting God. Tell me one of the storms of your life. Tell me how God sent you a life raft, a life jacket, the rope. I want to know. Leave it down below in the comments. Also, make sure you turn the bell on if you didn't earlier. And subscribe to my channel. I love y'all, and I will see y'all again next week. Make sure y'all watch the next video. As soon as I drop it, I want it to pop up on your phone telling you you need to go watch it. That was ugly. Bye.